Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So this reading is looking at the untapped skills or underutilized skills that you have, these innate skills that you have that are not being used properly in the workplace. You're not using them enough. You're not being given the opportunity to use them. Maybe you don't even recognize yet what they are. But in this reading, you'll see if you can tap into that skill, into that ability or skills and abilities, you can change your career life, your work life for the better in many possible ways. Okay, so I've got 3 cards here. These cards came from the readings. So group 1, your card is number 25, and it's Uranus, change. Just one of many cards in the reading. Group 2, your card is number 11, and it's Aquarius, collaborate. And group 3, your card is number 28, Chiron, heal. Okay. All right, so all you have to do now is go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for the group you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. All right, thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, we are going to take a look at untapped skills, underutilized skills, things that you could be using more often or to a bigger advantage in your career, help you get ahead in your work. All right, so let's jump in and see what comes up for you. Your first card is the moon, and it says perception. Then we have Uranus and change. All right, this card says independence. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business or try something well outside your comfort zone. Independence, interesting. Let's get a few tarot cards down. We have Queen of Cups. Page of Swords. And Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm going to start here. I've got some other cards that we'll pull, but we'll start with these and see what comes up for you first. Give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in and listen for any initial messages for you. Before I do want to mention that if you'd like a personal reading, one that's just about you, your situation, something going on in your life, whatever you need, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and see what I have available there. All right, give me just a sec, y'all. Let me get some messages for you. The first thing I'm hearing is that there's something that's been bubbling under the surface, something that's been sort of itching at your subconscious, something that's made you a little bit restless in your work and your career. And it's this desire to do something for yourself. It's a desire to do something that makes a difference in some way. And I'm feeling this sense of wanting freedom from the grind, freedom from the, 8 to 5, freedom from overpowering boss, the restrictions involved there. what I'm hearing is that there are untapped resources within you that can make this happen. You have abilities and skills that you probably are not using in your work currently. And that's why I'm getting this itchy feeling under the surface of there's more you could be doing. It's more than just a restlessness to get away from your corporate world or however it is you're working that feels restricted. Um, there's this itchiness under the surface that it feels like it's your subconscious going, there's something else I want to be doing. There's something else I'm good at that I'm not using, a skill that I'm not utilizing. So it makes sense that you're here for this reading because you may not, on the surface, recognize what that is. Okay, so let's jump into the cards. That's just what they wanted to say up front. Your first card is the moon. And okay, what they're showing me is how this moon is starting to obscure the sun in here. It's almost like a partial eclipse on this particular card. What is it trying to tell me? Right now, what you're doing for your work, the skills you're using or not using, the work you're doing is eclipsing your true talent. Whatever job you have right now is not using your true talent properly or to the best of your ability, or maybe not using it at all. There's something else there. And with this Uranus card, there is this indication that a change is possible for you. It's not imminent, it's not a guarantee, because this is something that you have to grab, that you have to take hold of, that you have to go for and go after. But Uranus is this spark of inspiration. It's shaking things up. It is taking the bull by the horns and not taking no for an answer. That's what I'm getting here. Just listen, because I know they're trying to give me something here. I'm getting this strong, strong energy that you have this skill. It's this charisma. It is this independent spirit and this independent motivation to get ahead. And whether you work for yourself or you work for someone else, I'm getting a very, very strong sales ability with you, persuasive ability, this ability to present your case, present your services, present your product, whatever it may be, in a way that is incredibly persuasive, that is incredibly useful to the end user, to your customer, and inspires the people that you talk to move forward with a purchase. You've got a strong sales ability that you may not be grabbing right now. It may not even be a part of your job right now. But if you can look into other areas of your life, how persuasive are you? How are you able to create an intelligent conversation, an intelligent argument for something, and you're able to convince others that you're absolutely right about it? If you use this skill well, if you use this skill for good purposes, the sky's the limit for you. So it could be working for yourself, but even in sales, even if you're working for someone else, there is an element of working for yourself as well. So consider that. There may be other things that come up, but consider that. All right, so your first tarot card is the Queen of Cups. I'm getting that you like what you're doing right now, but it is not personally fulfilling. There's a part of you that wants to make the world a better place in some way. That doesn't mean you have to be involved in a charitable organization or something along those lines. You can make the world a better place in any way that inspires you. But I am getting that you're not getting enough of that in your current role or in what you're doing currently, and that it's very important to you, whether you knew it before now or not. If you can allow yourself to feel into that, you'll recognize that you need that sense of purpose in order to feel inspired with what you do. With the Page of Swords, I'm absolutely getting you have the gift of speech. So yes, this can come into sales, absolutely. This can come into play with public speaking. It can come into play with politics, if you're into politics. It's anywhere where you're able to be in front of others and share your message. And for you, I feel like it would have to be a message you absolutely believe in and that you know will help others. This is a wonderful gift of speech. It's also a gift of the written word. If you're more comfortable writing than being in front of a crowd, but I'm really getting that you're very good at speaking. So if you're not comfortable in front of a crowd, number one, you could take a course to get more comfortable in that, or consider doing public speaking in an online format where you're not necessarily in front of an audience, but you're speaking, you're teaching, you're sharing your views, your review, your ideas, sharing your ideas with others, sharing your gift with others in a way that may be less intimidating for you if it does intimidate you to be in front of a crowd. And then with the Knight of Wands, it's absolutely this entrepreneurial spirit about you. When you know it's something you believe in and you know it's something you're good at, you have this wonderful ability to go after it, to put the blinders on and absolutely focus on what you want and how to get it. And I feel like where you are doesn't use that enough either. Maybe you're not given enough free reign to go after something. You're just kind of told what to do and how to do it. Maybe there isn't enough independence, individual work where you are. It's going to be different for all of you, but I am getting that it's a bit of an untapped skill for you. And it is a skill to be that motivated and that inspired and that driven is an absolute skill. Your skill of communication, your ability to, and your love of wanting to help others. And again, sales, anything, even if you don't like the word sales because you think car salesman or you think, door-to-door sales, there's so many ways you can be in sales without being a salesman or saleswoman. So just think about that. All right, let's get some more cards and see what else. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Cups. All right, what I'm getting here is, number one, you do not love working for someone else. You don't like being under someone else's thumb. Even if they're a good boss, it makes you feel restricted. So if you want to utilize your skills to their highest ability, it doesn't mean you have to work for yourself, although I do see that you would be very good at that. But I would recommend looking for a position or a role or a company where you are given more autonomy, where you have a little bit more freedom to go after your goals, whatever you're meant to achieve, because you will do well. Not everyone does well in that situation, but you will do well. With the Three of Cups, I am getting that you do enjoy other people. So you don't want to work alone. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind how the energy of other people sort of builds you up. You work well with other people. You're a people person. You have that gift of gab. You have that gift of persuasion and charisma. The more you can be around other people, the happier you'll be. What you don't like is being under the thumb of a boss. You don't like that platform kind of being pushed down on you, where you feel like you can only do what they tell you you can do, you can only get as far as they allow you to get. If you're given enough freedom to go after and get what you want and achieve what you want to achieve, you will. You will do amazingly well. That's the kind of skill that you should be focusing on, that kind of role that utilizes that skill. But keep in mind that I'm seeing that you don't necessarily want the type of job where you're working by yourself all of the time, because it will drain your energy and it will drain your happiness. You get some energy out of working with others, whether it's working with customers, whether it's working, with a group, a crowd, speaking to them, teaching them, selling to them, providing them a service of some kind, even having other coworkers work with you. Their energy, the energy of people who are there for you and with you, builds you up and does help you. Okay. Right. Get a couple more cards. See if there's any more detail you can focus on. All right, we have the key. And the stars. Absolutely. You need to be the solution to your career success, your work progression, for your happiness, for your to be using your skills at their highest advantage. You need to be a bit in the spotlight. You need to show off a little bit. You need to be able to be 100% you and in control of your own success in some way, because you're unstoppable if there are no reins holding you back. You're not one who is going to goof off, who is going to waste time, waste company's money, who is going to be lazy and sleep through half of the day and do nothing. No, you have goals you want to achieve. You have success that you want to experience, but you do need a sense of freedom to get that. And being in the spotlight energizes you. Being the center of attention, being the one that others look to for advice, for guidance, for support, it energizes you. So focus on what you can do that puts you in the spotlight, that allows you to be in front of others, that uses your gift of communication and motivation and your gift of giving back or doing something good for others, making the world a bit of a better place. And like I said, a bit of independence, you will be unstoppable. All right, group one, I hope that helps. I hope that inspires you and I hope it resonated. If it did, please consider giving the reading a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you do or what you'd like to do. I'd love to hear your comments. And thank you so much for being here, y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Group two. All right, so today we're looking at what skills, specifically what untapped or underutilized skills you could be using to get further in your career, in your work. Okay, so let's jump in and see what comes up for you. Your first card is debilitated, and it says discomfort. Then we have Aquarius, collaborate. And then innovation. It says you will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. And let's get some tarot cards down for you. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, and the Six of Swords. All right, I've got some other cards we'll pull in a minute, but we'll start with these. So give me just a sec. I'm just going to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you. And then we'll jump into what's going on here. Before I do, real quick, I'd just like to mention, if you would like a personal reading, one that's just about you, your situation, your life, whatever it may be, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and you can see what's available there. Right? Otherwise, I hope this reading gives you everything you need. If so, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps me know that our energies are connecting. And feel free to drop me a comment down below. I love reading your comments. I read every single one, and I'm grateful for them. So thank you for that. All right, give me just a sec. I'm just going to listen for initial messages for you. The first thing they're telling me is you have this ability to see past situations, to see beyond the obvious, and tap into new ways of doing things, new ways of looking at situations, work situations, and to find solutions that are out of the norm, out of the box, sometimes unprecedented, but are very innovative. And they just said to me, crucial for the growth of mankind. That's a big statement, but innovation is crucial, to our world, to the growth and evolution of our world. So you do have this innate ability to problem solve like no one else, to see a situation from an angle, from a perspective that others miss, and you're able to find solutions that go unseen by others. And I feel like in the work you're doing now, you may be doing some of this, but you're definitely not tapping into it fully. Some of you aren't using it really much at all. You may do some creative problem solving, you may be tasked with coming up with new strategies, but whatever it is you do is not, you're not currently using this ability to your highest advantage and to the highest advantage of whoever you're working for. Okay. All right, let's jump into the cards. Your first card is debilitated, discomfort. And what I'm getting is that change makes people uncomfortable. Innovation makes people uncomfortable, except you. It doesn't make you uncomfortable. You actually see, what I'm seeing is this amaze in my mind's eye, amaze. And you love the challenge of finding a better way out, like a labyrinth or a maze. Some people will just bang up against walls and hit, dead ends. You love the challenge of finding a new, more efficient, more productive, better way to a solution. And while this makes other people uncomfortable, they want to do things the way they've always been done. They want to do things the same old way. They want to do the tried and tested. You have this wonderful ability of seeing beyond the tried and tested to find a better way, a better way. And it doesn't make you uncomfortable. In fact, sometimes you get more irritated by people who won't consider new ideas. People who or companies who won't try new things, won't give new ideas a chance, won't give innovation a chance. You know, in a lot of cases, whether you're asked or not, you know there's a better way to do something. And you often keep it to yourself, maybe because you're not in a position to speak up about that. But it's a missed boat for you. It's a missed opportunity for you to not be using that skill properly. Now, Aquarius is absolutely the sign of innovation. It's the sign of technological advancement. It's the sign of, absolutely the sign of thinking outside the box, of doing things differently, of reaching beyond the borders of what is done and how things operate and what is known, and finding new and better ways. It's also a sign that wants to benefit humanity. And I am getting a touch of that, it's for you, it's not just about innovation. It's also about making things better in some way. Okay. So innovation, we've touched on this a few times already. Absolutely. Invent, create, test new ideas. This is where you shine. This is where all your gears start to turn, and you have this ability to snap into this mode of innovation that eludes other people. And sometimes you use it just in everyday things, maybe at home, maybe in personal projects. You tap into this skill in small ways all the time. And if you pay attention, you'll notice you're doing it. But this being such a strong skill for you, it's come up and come up and come up here, you're not using it enough. So keep that in mind. All right, so your first tarot card is the Seven of Pentacles. What I'm getting with you is that, yes, you have this innovative mindset, this innovative brain that loves to problem solve. But unlike some people who have this, who get very impatient, who want progress now, who want change now, you actually do have the patience to allow something to unfold, to come to fruition. And when you put those two things together, it really is a wonderful gift, because you have interesting ideas. You have these bright, brilliant new concepts. You have this problem solving ability that brings answers to a new light. But you also give it time to develop so that the process can be followed. The systems you put in place can be organized. You give things a chance to work. Your patience is absolutely an asset to your other skills. Now, where you are now, you may be pushed to go, 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 deadlines, 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 everything is due yesterday. You can work that way, and you're very good with coming up with better ideas and more efficient ways of doing things. But when you're given a little bit more time to creatively concept ideas, to creatively come up with new options, you really shine. So then we have the Star card. I'm getting, this isn't Star card related, but as I'm looking at this card and I'm seeing these waves that come from above and go down below, I'm getting electricity, I'm getting technology. If you're not in a technological field in some way, it might be worth considering, because I'm getting that you have a magic touch when it comes to technology. And if you applied yourself, if this is something that you're not doing currently, if you applied yourself, this is something you would learn very, very quickly, that you would master very, very quickly, and you would be incredibly good at. Technology, computer systems, software, writing, programming, that sort of thing. even website design. That's what just popped in for me. So take that if it means something to you, but not in the same old way, you know, in a new way, creating new ideas, creating new way of doing a website or a new way of programming for computer software, that kind of thing. If you learn the basics of the field and are given a little bit of free rein and a little bit of time to apply yourself innovatively, you will really, really do a great job. And then we have the Six of Swords. Let me just hear what they want to say about this. Hold on. They're telling me you're always looking forward. You're always looking forward. Looking backward is just history. It's just the past. It doesn't interest you so much. You're always looking forward to what's next, and you're always on the leading edge of the next new idea. It could be in any field. That's the truth. It could be in teaching. It could be in fashion. It could be in culinary skills. It could be in technology. It doesn't matter. Whatever your field or whatever field you are drawn to, if you're given the ability to innovate, to be on the leading edge, to come up with ideas that are new and somewhat spontaneous in their conception, while allowing you to develop and unfold these ideas, whoever you're working for will find themselves also on the leading edge of whatever industry you're in because you're that good at it. And I feel like for some of you, you don't even know you're that good at it because you haven't been using it in a work capacity to any large degree. That's not for all of you, but I do feel for many of you that's the case. Okay. First card is the Fool reversed. The Emperor reversed. And the Two of Cups reversed. All right, what I'm getting here with the Fool, and it's interesting the Fool landed on top of the Seven of Pentacles because I get that while you are innovative, while you have these wonderful, great ideas on how to change things, you're looking forward. You don't take unnecessary risks, you don't take unnecessary chances, you do let things unfold properly, which is an added benefit to whoever you're working for because you're not putting them at any risk. So keep that in mind, highlight that. If you're interviewing for a job, you can make sure you tell them, not only do I have cutting edge thinking, but I'm patient enough and careful enough to make sure an idea is well fleshed out before launching it. With the Emperor reversed, I'm getting that you don't particularly want to be the head of a company. You don't want to be the boss sitting in the ivory tower wearing a suit and listening to other people's ideas and saying, yes, no, fix that, move forward with that. You want to be the one, in the grind, doing the work, coming up with the ideas, experimenting, playing, trying, doing the interesting and innovative work yourself. You want to do it yourself. And I'm getting that same message with the Two of Cups reversed. You really don't want to be tied to anyone else or anyone else's ideas. You want a little bit of freedom to go after your ideas, to flesh out your ideas. I feel like many of you are scientists or could be scientists working on solutions to, could be medical situations, could be environmental situations. And if given the space and the time and the freedom to discover your own ideas and flesh them out, you would do extremely, extremely well. Okay, get a couple more cards. See what other detail we can get for you. Right. Have mountain. And bouquet. You're not afraid of working hard. I'm getting that many of you are very creative and you're able to take ideas from many different disciplines or different areas of life and pull them together like a bouquet, pull them together and make something brand new out of them. In other words, you can say you're in my line of work, just as an example. You can pull ideas from astrology, from tarot, from Reiki, from other, palmistry, and bring them all together to create something new, something brand new that is uniquely yours. So apply that to your own skills, your own industry, but it's this ability to look at different areas of life. And if you concentrate on that, you'll see that you do that often already, but you don't quite apply it consciously in your work right now. Where if you apply it consciously in your work, you will see how things snap together really quickly for you. With the mountain, I'm getting that you're not afraid of hard work. If you're looking at moving into a new industry that will best apply your skills, it may take some learning. You may have to take some courses, some classes, get some skills training, but it would be worth it for you to do that. So climbing up the hill can be unpleasant, it could be arduous, it could be challenging, it can be tiring, but the view from the top is spectacular. And it will be worth it if you put the time and effort into learning something that will best use your skills if you're not in a position to do that already. All right. All right, group 2, that's what I have for you. I hope that inspires you and gives you some fresh ideas as far as your work and your skill set. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you and have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're going to look at career skills that you have that you may not be tapping into properly or may not be utilizing to their highest ability. So let's jump in and see what you need to know. Your first card is Chiron, heal. Heal. Oh, well, didn't mean to pull 2 cards, but you're getting 2. We have retrograde review and trine sextile symbiosis. All right, goes together there. Okay, and connections. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. All right. See what that means in a bit, but let's get some tarot cards down first. The Sun, Five of Pentacles, and the Tower. Interesting. Okay. Well, give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and we'll talk about what's going on here. Before I do, real quick, I like to mention that if you would like a personal reading, and it's just about you, not a general reading like this, you can check my website, pink22tarot.com, and see what's available there. Otherwise, I hope this reading brings you everything you need. If so, if you get some messages or some guidance or insight that's helpful, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. It helps me know that our energies are connecting and resonating and that the reading was worthwhile to you. So thank you for that. And of course, subscribe if you haven't subscribed so you can see the next videos when they come available. All right, now bear with me. I'm going to listen to Spirit and see what they want to tell you as we kick off this reading. The first thing they're giving me is that you have this ability to not only listen to others when they need you. People are drawn to you, actually. They're drawn to you and they don't always know why. It's like this magnetic pull. And you may find that you'll be out places, not even at work necessarily, but people will bump into you, start chatting with you, and they will tell you their whole life story, their biggest problems, the tragedies in their lives. People just spill their guts with you. There's a reason why people feel comfortable telling you these things, and it's because there's a depth to you that not everyone has, and not everyone wants to have. But I imagine that if this reading is for you, that you recognize, if nothing else, that people come to you often with their problems, with their woes, that you'll have complete strangers telling you things that you wouldn't imagine, a stranger would tell someone. Um, but you have this healing ability. Sometimes it's just listening. The way you listen and the way you hold space for people and help them feel heard, it provides healing in a way that um, often can't be found in other places, because it's more than therapy. It's more than medical healing. It's healing the soul. People feel heard, they feel seen, they feel listened to when you're around them. Now, you may not think of this as a career skill. You may not think of this as something that can be a successful pursuit for you, but this reading is here to tell you that it is, that you can, yes, you can use it just altruistically. You can just be a good listener, a good friend, a good stranger. But if you applied yourself, if you wanted to, you could use this skill to not only help people in a professional manner, but also help your own self, to help you grow in a career, in a job, in work that feels fulfilling to you, because you know you're doing something that your soul is meant to do. Okay? Interesting. It's very interesting. All right. So your first card, Chiron, heal. Chiron is the healer of wounds. And you do have this ability. Now, some of you may actually be in the medical field. You may be a healer already of some kind. But I am getting that right now, you're using this skill only on a surface level, that you may not be fully conscious of the ability you have to heal people in a very, very deep way. And I'm not talking medical healing, although for some of you, it would be well applied to uh, grief counseling, to therapy for those who have been through tragedies, uh, for children who have been abandoned or orphaned, people who are in very, very difficult situations, dark places in their lives. You have the ability, and we'll get to the sun card in a minute, but you do have the ability to shine a light on the darkness and help them move through it, help them move past it. So, if you're not in a therapy healing field, it may be worth considering. I'm not necessarily advocating that everybody change careers, but if you are thinking about changing careers, if you're thinking about what do I want to do with the rest of my life, that might be an area that is beneficial to you. So you have this connections card. You connect with other people on a level that is unexplainable. It's not surface connections where um, you share hobbies, you both like the same drink, you both enjoy the same type of music. Now, you might connect with people on those levels, but I bet you recognize that your tightest connections, your best connections with people happen on a much deeper level. And it's that depth that makes your connections so, so strong. Now, you may be thinking this is just a social aspect, but these kind of connections are very, very good in the business world as well. When you need to be trusted, when you need to be respected, when a customer or a client needs to be heard and valued, you're able to give them that. You're able to give them that. All right, so let's look at these two cards together. We have retrograde and the trine sextile. Okay, yeah, what I just got from these cards is that you have the ability of helping people connect with the past in order to heal the future. So again, I'm getting a heavy therapy, counseling vibe, but where else can that be used? Where else can you help people help themselves? Where you can help people look at their situation and improve their lives themselves just by you kind of pointing the way. That could happen in any number of careers. You could be, for example, a career counselor, be a teacher. You could be a spiritual light worker, of course. It could be in a sales or consulting capacity where you're helping businesses or helping people to look at the problems they've had in the past and how they can improve their processes, improve their systems in order to make their future easier, better. So give that some thought. There's a lot of different ways that you can use these skills that you have, this ability to make connections, this ability to heal, this ability to help people acknowledge and interpret the past and make changes to improve the future. These are different skills, they all complement each other, and they can all be applied to different areas, different businesses, different industries. Now, your first tarot card is the Sun card. You absolutely have a way of shining a light on situations, on people's problems, on the problems of companies. Consulting would be a very, very good area for you. Life coaching, um, counseling, again, you're able to help people help themselves. And you're specifically able to help people who are going through a difficult time or help companies who are going through a difficult time to see that where they are now isn't where they have to stay. To sort of be the lantern in the dark that helps them find a new way, a new direction, a new destination. And then finally, we have the Tower card. You're not afraid of shaking things up. You're not afraid of disturbing the status quo. In other words, if you're a consultant with a company, of telling them, if you look at the past and you look at where you want to go in the future, you're going to have to make some big changes. You're not afraid of that because you understand that sometimes things need to be torn down before they can be rebuilt properly. And the same goes with grief counseling. Being able to go back and dissect and allow a person to feel every area of grief, every area of tragedy that they've gone through, all the darkness, the childhood wounds, whatever it may be, and to rebuild themselves to a better, higher, happier version of themselves. It's really a fantastic skill. Fantastic skill. Skills. There's several here that they're tapping into. Let's get some more cards, see what else you need to know. Right, we have the Three of Cups. The Ace of Cups. And Temperance in reverse. Absolutely another area that you would excel at is in what's the word that is eluding me? Counseling for addictions, rehabilitation, whether it be alcohol addiction, drug addiction, sex addiction, gambling. The areas where people put all their energy, all their love and attention into that are ultimately throwing them off balance and disturbing their way of life, destroying their way of life. You have a way of helping them see what they're doing, how to fix it, and to turn things right side up, to return their life back to a place of balance so that they can move forward with their lives. You help people see where they are causing their own unhappiness. You help them to see ways and things they can do that will improve their lives, their company, their products and services. You're able to tap into an emotional intelligence. And it's not just one-on-one with individuals. You can tap into an emotional intelligence of a corporation. What does this corporation want to accomplish? And it's not always just about make more money, sell more products. Many corporations have altruistic goals as well, or there's an emotional component to their goals, to what this company wants to achieve. And you're able to tap into it even if they don't realize it themselves. You're able to see where someone or a company, a customer, a client is out of balance and how to fix things, how to turn things upright. And you help people and companies and clients and customers, you help them move forward instead of just spinning their wheels. You have the Scythe. And the Mice. There's an element here of helping people see what they need to eliminate. And it comes back to the Tower card as well, helping them see what they need to eliminate in order to be more productive, in order to accomplish what they want to accomplish, to see the patterns that they've been doing over and over and over again that have been counterproductive to their health, their well-being, their success, whether, again, that's an individual or it's a company or a client. You have this ability of helping people see either what they don't want to see or what they just can't see for themselves. This can be anything, again, from consulting to businesses to counseling of some kind And I am getting that many of you would actually be very, very good in the spiritual arts. Tarot card reading, mediumship, Reiki, because you're able to help people move through dark times, difficult times, and step into a brighter future, step into a better future for themselves. It's not just an accident that people are attracted to you and want to just tell you their whole life story, even if they don't know you. It's the energy you carry of this gift, this skill that you have. They recognize on some level that you can help them and that you will help them. It's a wonderful gift. So hopefully you can find a way to tap into that, make the most of it, do what you can with it. So thank you, Group 3. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you a little bit of inspiration and insight. Thank you so much for being here, y'all, and have a great day. Bye-bye.